class, we have studied about nutrition in animals and we have completed that lesson nutrition in animals. In today's class, we'll discuss about new lesson, that is third lesson or third chapter in your science textbook, that is fiber to fabric. In the sixth standard, you have studied about what is the meaning of fiber and what is the meaning of fabric, as well as what is the meaning of yarn. In between fiber and fabric, you will come across yarn. Okay, then fiber means, it is a thin thread-like structure, and fabric means it is a piece of cloth. Okay, piece of cloth obtained from a fiber, that is called as fabric. Okay, in today's class, we will discuss mainly about animal fibers. In the sixth standard, we have discussed about the plant fibers, and in the seventh standard, we have to discuss mainly about animal fibers. We obtain fibers from different organism. It may be plant or it may be animal. You obtain fibers from some plants. They are called as plant fibers. Example for plant fibers are cotton and jute. You have studied about how we will obtain cotton and how we will obtain jute. And now we have to discuss in detail about animal fiber. Very important examples of animal fibers are wool and silk. Wool we obtain from different animals. There are different animals, they will yield wool. They are example sheep, goat, camel, or different examples you will study. And then silk, from that silk fibers we will prepare silk sarees, like that. Okay, that is obtained from silkworm. Silkworm will raid and from that we will get from the cocoons of silkworm, silk moth, we will get the silk fibers. See, wool is obtained from the fleece of sheep or yak or sheep or any other animals. Okay, wool is obtained from the fleece means what? That is hair of a sheep or yak. And we obtain silk fibers from or by the cocoon of silk moth. Silk moth means silk, that is silkworm larva, you can say that. Moth, they will spin cocoon inside that is cocoon. From that we will study about life cycle of silkworm in detail. Okay, from that we will obtain what? Silk. Silk fibers come from cocoons of the silk moth. Reshme hulu anta ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಲ್ಲ, that is silk moth. They will prepare cocoon, they spin around that larva, around that they spin a fiber, that is called as cocoon. From that we obtain what? Silk fibers. We will study in detail about this. Usually I told that we obtain fibers first, thin thread like structure. From that a thick thread we will obtain, that is called yarn, and then it will be converted into fabric, that is a piece of cloth. Fiber into yarn, yarn into fabric. Wool comes from sheep, goat, yak, llama, camel and alpaca, etc. These are the examples for wool yielding animals. What are the examples for wool yielding animals? Wool comes from sheep, goat, yak, llama, camel, alpaca. These are the examples for wool yielding animals. Wool yielding animals are sheep, goat, camel, alpaca are the examples for wool yielding animals. These wool yielding animals, they are having a thick coat of hair on their body. These wool yielding animals bear hair on their body, thick coat of hair. They are having thick coat of hair on their body. Hair trap a lot of air inside their body because air is a poor conductor of heat. So the hair keeps these animals warm. Because of that presence of air trapped inside the hair, these animals will be warm. because air is a poor conductor of heat. The skin of sheep has two types of fiber. Okay, there are different types of fibers we obtain from the sheep. A skin of, if you take the skin of that animals, okay, on that skin you will come across different types of hairs or fleece. From that we will obtain wool, or from that we will obtain fibers. Okay, there are two types of fibers. The coarse bare hair, one is coarse bare hair, it is somewhat thick hair on the surface first, and another one first layer above the skin. For when you see that animals, you will come across the skin hair that is called as coarse bare hair, and below that you will come across the fine soft under hair close to the skin. The closer to the skin, there will be a fine soft hair will be present, that is used to obtain wool, or that will be changed into fibers. Okay, from that thin, fine, soft hair we will obtain wool, and that will be made into fibers. For this purpose, animals or parents are selected. The animals, those who are having fine hair, fine, soft under hair, they close to the skin, those animals are selected for breeding. Breeding means what? Reproduction. Because next next generation animals will be same as that of these animals. That's why these animals are selected for rearing as well as breeding. That is called as selective breeding. Okay, what is the meaning of selective breeding? The process of selecting parents for obtaining special characters in the offspring, such as soft underhair sheep, is termed as selective breeding. What is the meaning of selective breeding? The process of selecting parents for obtaining a special character in the offspring. In the offspring means what? In the children, next generation or children or next generation animal, such as soft underhair sheep. Soft hair should be selected. That type of animals are selected. They are bred among themselves, and they will obtain what is the same type of animal in the next generation. That is called as selective breeding. That is very important for rearing of these sheep. We obtain wool from different organisms, I told. That is very important. Yak wool. Okay, from that yak we obtain wool. That is common in Tibet and Ladakh. In Tibet and Ladakh, this yak wool is common. And Angora wool we obtain from Angora goat. You will observe these pictures in your textbook. You can observe, and you have to draw those wool yielding animals. Or you can collect the pictures of all those wool yielding animals, and you have to paste in a A4 size sheet. I will give that activity afterwards, after this class. Okay, in the next video I will give that one. Okay, after this video I will give the activity. There are some activities related to this chapter. Yak wool, it is common in Tibet and Ladakh. Angora wool, it is common in Jammu and Kashmir. And Kashmiri goat wool, it is used to prepare shawls. The shawls which are prepared from Kashmiri goat wool, that is called as Pashmina shawls. It is called as Pashmina shawls. It is very important shawl method. Next, some animals like llama, camel, alpaca, they are common in South America, and from that also we will obtain wool. When we travel in the hilly regions like Jammu and Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh, Uttaranchal, Sikkim, like that, in the plains of Arunachal Pradesh, Haryana, Punjab, Rajasthan, Gujarat, you will come across shepherds. Shepherds means what? Kuri Kayoru. Okay, shepherds, what they will do? They will take herds of sheep. Means many number of sheep they will take for grazing. Grazing means meyodu. Okay, grazing. Usually these sheep are herbivores. Herbivores means what? They depends on plant sources for their food. They depends on grass, leaves, etc. And they also use red sheep. For the red sheep, the farmers they will give mixture of pulses, corn, jowar, oil cakes. Oil cakes means what? The material left after taking the oil from the seeds. Okay. After taking the oil from the seeds, you will come across a thick structure. Okay, like this. That is called as oil cakes, like hindi. Okay, hindi, like that one. In the winter season, the sheep are kept indoor. Indoor means what? Inside the house. Okay, inside the roof. Okay, because this in winter season, sheep are kept indoor and fed on leaves, grain, and dry fodder. Dry fodder will be supplied for them. And these sheep are reared in our country, in our country for obtaining the wool. In many regions of our country, these sheep are reared for they will, after rearing, after developing those organisms, after developing the sheep will develop a thin hair, thin fleece on their body. Then their all skins are taken and the wools will be opened. A hair will be taken and that will be converted into wools. We will take wools and that will be converted into fiber. How we will obtain wool? From wool to fiber, that process, there are different processes will be there that we will discuss in the next class. That is that sheep are reared for different purpose. They are selectively breed for different purpose to obtain the wool. And one activity, there are two activities. One I told, that is what you have to do. You have to draw or you can collect the pictures of wool yielding animals and you have to paste in a A4 sheet size and you can write explanation regarding those animals. If you got any explanation, you can write. Or another one activity is that you have to draw outline map of India and you have to mark the regions or country where the sheep are reared. In which region? In the textbook they have given one table related to that. You refer that and you have to mark in a color pencil and you first of all you have to draw the outline map of India. Okay, this is related to what? Fibers, mainly animal fiber, that is only related to wool. Next, in next class we will discuss about how we will obtain fibers from that sheep wool. Okay, that we will discuss. And next again silk fibers how we will obtain, we have to discuss in this chapter. Mainly you have to discuss about animal fibers. I think you know about what is the meaning of fiber, yarn and fabric. Already studied in the 6th standard. Same under the same heading